Hello, welcome to the Senior Games Report for Thursday, May 23rd, 2024. I'm your host, Bonnie Parrish-Kell, here at Slowpoke Divas TV. We've got some cool information coming up about what's going on over at the Ohio Senior Olympics with a very important deadline that's quickly approaching for us walkers. And then we're also got some information from the Wisconsin Masters Games. And then last but not least, of course, the National Senior Games. So let's go ahead and get started. Over there at the Ohio Senior Olympics, May 31st is the deadline to sign up for race walk or power walk. Both events are 1,500 meters in distance. I suspect they will both happen at the same time because I just checked out registration and I could only choose one event. So, just so you know, if you do want to qualify for race walk for next year's National Senior Games in Des Moines, Iowa, you must sign up for race walk. Power walk remains an open sport, or is what I call sign up and show up. Then we also have cycling on August 11th. And 3 races are going to happen that particular day. You have the 5K time trial, my favorite event, 10K time trial, along with the 20K road race. No triathlon is scheduled. And warm welcome to the Senior Olympics new executive director, Dina Hanks. I know she's hit the ground running because one of her many tasks as executive director is making sure that the various sports coordinators have the resources they need to hold their events. And so she's got her hands full at the moment. I wish you all the best, Dina. For registration and more information about the walks, cycling, and other events that they're having, go to seniorolympics.com. Then we'll head on over to the Wisconsin Masters Games. They've had a name change. This became effective the first of the year. They have been known as the Wisconsin Senior Olympics. However, they have lowered the age threshold, so they welcome athletes and active adults ages 40 and better into this whole Senior Games world. However, in order to participate or compete at the National Senior Games, you must be at least age 50 or better this year. Also, they sent out a clarification on date for their powerlifting event. That takes place on Saturday, August 24th. So make note of that if you're interested in powerlifting. They'll have more information on their website, which is wimastersgames.org. Just as a reminder, they will also have race walk and power walk as a part of track and field. Those will take place on Sunday, August 11th in a little town or a big town called Mequon, Mequon. It will be the 1,500 meter distance in both events. Now, if you're looking to qualify for race walk, you can qualify in one distance, either the 1,500 or the 5K, and you will qualify for both distances next year at nationals. And the reason why they do that is because not all state organizers can offer the 2 different distances or multiple races because of logistics or constraints in venue options. There's a variety of issues, but that will give you an idea that at least you can go for race walk. Also, as a reminder, cycling takes place on Tuesday, September 10th with a 5K time trial and also a 20K road race. The next day on Wednesday, September 11th, there will be a 5K time trial and a 40K road race. I love time trials because I don't have to worry about anyone being too close to me. And all of that takes place at Brown Deer Park in Milwaukee. Registration opens in early June, uh, not too far away. So I'm sure they'll be announcing that very quickly, either on their website or on their Facebook page. wimastersgames.org. Remember the ORG. Next up, we have the National Senior Games. They had recently they had a Facebook page where they answered the question, which I have gotten questions about as well. And this has to do with if someone won a medal, gold, silver, or bronze, or if they successfully completed their event at last year's National Senior Games in Pittsburgh, if that qualified them for next year in 2025. And the answer is no. This year, if you want to play in your sport that requires qualification at nationals, you must qualify at a state member organization race or meet your sport's minimum performance standard. And we'll get into that in just a moment there. Um, and I know this confusion was due to the pandemic, where some shuffling and new plans had arose, to where people who had either qualified for an earlier games were now allowed to come into a later game, and strictly because of that pandemic issue. So everything's back to normal. We're now into 2024, a qualifying year for many sports that the National Senior Games will be offering. However, there are a number of new sports that they are offering next year that are open to anyone age 50 or better. No qualifying necessary. The sign up and show up. So if you're looking to qualify for nationals, you'll need to qualify in race walk, in cycling, and also in triathlon as an individual athlete, where you swim, bike, and run the triathlon yourself. What's kind of new for this year is that the 5K and 10K road race, just like your local 5K race, this one is a case where you cross the finish line and you qualify, just like in triathlon. Cross that finish line and you qualify. So that's something I'm looking at maybe doing this year, is 5K. Just to be able to say I qualified. Because looking at the sports calendar for next year in summer, I'd have to start training now pretty heavily in order to be able to have the stamina and strength to do race walk and cycling, triathlon. Actually, I could only do 2 qualified sports, and then I could do powerlifting, because they do have a limit on the number of events that we can do, and that only makes sense. Makes it fair for a lot more people. Then these sign up and show up events, or the open sports, are Power Walk. It continues to be an open sport for 2025. Moving ahead, we'll see if that continues to be an open sport, but for at least for next year, um, we're good to go for Power Walk. Also, if you're a recumbent cyclist, or you ride the tricycles or the trikes in cycling, then you can do the time trials in cycling. That's an open sport, but only if you're a recumbent cyclist. Triathlon relay is also an open sport, as well as the new powerlifting event. Now, one of the things I wanted to show you is, in order to know a little bit more about what the rule book is for each of the sports, because each one has let's see. Yes. Has information about qualifying rules, entry regulations, all of the well, I'm not gonna say all, because only I come up with athlete guides that, they're more like novel lengths. But like here for race walk, it shows, what the qualifying rules are, and then further down the list is the minimum performance standards or the times that you would need to meet if you were at a non-senior games track and field event that was offering race walks. Say it was through USA Track and Field. It could have been a masters event or an all-comers event, and they had race walk. These are the times you would need to walk in order to qualify. So for my age group of 65 to 69, I'd have to do the mile, 1,500 meters in just less than 11 minutes. And for the 5K, it would be less than 38 minutes. And if I did that, that would be my own personal records. So usually these minimum performance standards are not what I call diva friendly, because I don't focus on speed. I focus on improvement. How how far have we come from where we started, or when we reach a certain point, can we get a little bit farther? So that's my whole point. This I don't focus on. But if you're competitive and you have the ability to meet these times, I say go for it. You go get it, girl. One thing to note is that um, the National Senior Games expects to have their hotel booking service up and running by the end of summer, which is great because they have a calendar of events, or the schedule of events posted on the site. And but the only thing is we don't know where the venues are yet. And so I would prefer to be able to choose a hotel closer to the venues that I will be going to, just so, you don't have to deal with traffic and all that kind of stuff. So, stay tuned for that. I'll be letting everybody know when that information comes out. Love to have you hit that subscribe button, because, like I said, there'll be more Senior Games reports coming up as information and news becomes available. And of course, I have plenty more videos planned and also in the works in various stages of production. So until the next time, I hope you stay active, stay healthy, and just keep moving. See ya. Bye.